What if the reason you haven't manifested the life you're yearning for is because you're trying too hard? I know that sounds completely backwards, especially in a world that taught us everything requires struggle, discipline, and iron willpower. But I want you to take a deep breath and allow yourself to hear this with your heart, not your mind. True quantum manifestation isn't a battle to be won. It's a frequency to be embodied. It's so simple that most of us in our complexity completely miss it. You've been on this journey for so long, feeling that soul-deep longing, that quiet emptiness whispering, there's something beyond this tangible reality that confines you. You've tried everything. Affirmations in the mirror every morning, detailed visualizations before sleep, new moon rituals with candles, and intentions written on paper. You've read the books, watched the videos, joined the programs, yet you still feel that persistent disconnect, as if you're speaking a language the universe simply doesn't understand. And here's what nobody tells you. That frustration you feel, that exhaustion from trying so hard, is actually the clearest sign you're on the verge of a breakthrough. Because the moment you stop trying to force manifestation and start allowing it, everything shifts. The invisible error, the mistake keeping you trapped in endless cycles of hope and crushing frustration, isn't in what you're doing. It's in the fundamental energy behind your every action. You're fighting an internal war without even realizing it, and this war is costing you everything you desire. Your conscious mind prays earnestly for abundance, for soul-deep love, for unshakable peace. You repeat your affirmations with conviction. You create vision boards. You set intentions. But here's the truth that changes everything. Your body, your nervous system, the trillions of cells that make up your being, they remember lack. They vibrate with the ancient wound of unworthiness. They transmit the frequency of fear at a level so deep you can't hear it with your conscious mind. But the universe hears it perfectly. The universe doesn't respond to your carefully chosen words. It doesn't respond to your vision board or your scripting journal. It responds to your vibration, the actual electromagnetic frequency you're broadcasting every single second of every single day. There's a silent signal emanating from you constantly, like a radio station broadcasting on a frequency you didn't consciously choose. This signal is more honest than any affirmation you could speak. It's the sum total of your emotional state, your nervous system regulation, your cellular memory, and your deepest unconscious beliefs about what you deserve and what's possible for you. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand exactly what this signal is, but you'll know precisely how to transform it from its deepest roots. You'll learn how to stop fighting yourself and start aligning with the reality you actually want to experience. If these words are resonating somewhere deep in your chest, if you're tired of the exhausting fight and ready to surrender to a greater power that already exists within you, I invite you to subscribe. This isn't a channel offering quick tricks or magic formulas. It's a space dedicated to remembering and reclaiming our true essence as conscious creators. The premise that changes everything. Here's the foundational shift that transforms everything, and I'm asking you to breathe this in deeply. Let it bypass your analytical mind and land directly in your knowing. You are not here to attract anything from outside yourself. Let me say that again because it's crucial. You are not here to attract anything from outside yourself. Forget completely that exhausting idea that abundance, love, peace, or success are distant objects floating somewhere out in the universe that you need to pull toward you with the sheer force of mental effort. That paradigm is what's been keeping you stuck. The true key to quantum manifestation, the one that actually works, is recognizing and embodying this truth. You are already a creative center. You're not separate from the field of infinite possibility. You are a localized expression of it. You're a moving energy field, a biological antenna that in this precise moment is broadcasting a signal that literally shapes the reality forming around you. Think about that for a moment. You're not separate from creation. You are creation expressing itself through this particular human form, in this particular time and space. So the fundamental question shifts completely. It's never been, how can I attract what I want? The real question, the one that unlocks everything, is What reality am I broadcasting and sustaining right now with the totality of my being? What signal is going out from me in this moment? This perspective shift, from attracting to broadcasting, is the only key you actually need. Everything else flows from this understanding. That silent signal, that energetic signature I mentioned at the beginning, is precisely the result of your broadcast. And here's what most people miss. It's not primarily what you think with your neocortex, the conscious, analytical part of your brain. The signal is the chemistry your emotions generate moment by moment. It's the tension or relaxation inhabiting your physical body. It's the deep beliefs and survival patterns encoded in your autonomic nervous system, running continuously in the background like computer code you never consciously wrote. How the quantum field actually works. The quantum field, that infinite sea of pure potentiality that mystics have described for millennia and quantum physicists are now measuring, doesn't function like a cosmic vending machine or a genie granting wishes. It doesn't respond to what you want or what you say you want, or even what you think you want. It works as an impeccable mirror, reflecting back to you your most honest and coherent state of being. Not the state you're trying to project or the state you wish you were in, but the actual state you're embodying in your nervous system right now. This is why you've felt so frustrated. You've been meticulously polishing your words, perfecting your affirmations, trying to convince the mirror to show you something different. But mirrors don't work that way. The mirror simply reflects what's in front of it with complete accuracy and zero judgment. The real work, the work that actually creates lasting transformation, isn't about getting better at talking to the mirror. It's about tuning the instrument. And that instrument is you, your entire being, body and mind, unified in coherent alignment. Mastering the manifestation frequency. The mastery of manifestation frequency isn't about asking better, visualizing more clearly, or wanting more intensely. It's about being different at a fundamental level. It's about reaching such profound internal coherence that your conscious thoughts, your subconscious emotions, and the sensations in your physical body all vibrate at the same frequency, singing the same song, broadcasting the same signal. When there's coherence between what you consciously want and what your body believes is safe and possible, manifestation happens effortlessly. When there's incoherence, when your mind wants one thing but your body believes something else, you get stuck and struggle. To transform this from abstract spiritual concept into embodied cellular truth, let's build a bridge between ancient mystical wisdom and cutting-edge neuroscience. Let's look at what's actually happening inside you. Imagine your inner landscape for a moment. Your conscious mind, the neocortex, the thinking brain, articulates desire with words and images. I want to live in abundance. I long for a healthy, loving relationship. I seek inner peace and purpose. This is your orchestra conductor, standing at the front with clear intentions, but beneath that conscious instruction resides your limbic brain, the emotional center that has meticulously archived every wound, every betrayal, every moment you felt insufficient, abandoned, or unsafe. This emotional brain doesn't think in words, it thinks in feelings and associations, and it has a very long memory. Even deeper than the emotional brain, your autonomic nervous system operates, the ancient survival mechanism responsible for keeping you alive. This system learned crucial lessons, often in childhood when you had no conscious choice in the matter. Perhaps it learned that having little was safer than having much and risking the pain of loss. Perhaps it learned that staying invisible, staying small, was better than shining brightly and potentially being judged, rejected, or attacked. These aren't conscious beliefs you can simply think your way out of. They're survival strategies encoded at the level of your nervous system, running automatically beneath conscious awareness. Can you see the fracture now? Can you feel it? Your conductor stands at the front requesting a beautiful Mozart symphony, abundance, love, peace, but the violins, your emotional body, are playing a melancholic tango of old heartbreak and unresolved grief. And the drums, your survival instincts, are beating an anxious rhythm of flight and protection. The result isn't harmonious music, it's incoherent energetic noise. And the quantum field, That infinite sea of potentiality that quantum physics describes doesn't respond to noise. It responds to coherent signals. This is why trying harder with your mind alone doesn't work. You can't think your way into a new reality when your body is broadcasting the frequency of your old one. The tuning fork, a metaphor that reveals everything. Here's the metaphor that finally makes everything click into place. Think of a tuning fork, that simple metal instrument musicians use to find the correct pitch. When you strike a tuning fork gently, it begins vibrating, emitting a pure note, a specific ordered frequency. The entire fork resonates with that single clear tone. Now, here's where it gets interesting. If you place another tuning fork nearby, one that's precisely tuned to the same note, something remarkable happens. This second tuning fork, without anyone touching it, without any apparent external force, begins vibrating on its own. It starts singing the same note. This phenomenon, well documented in physics, is called sympathetic resonance. Objects vibrating at the same frequency naturally synchronize with each other. They can't help it. It's a law of nature. And here lies the greatest secret of manifestation, hidden in plain sight. You are the first tuning fork. Your state of being, the coherent union of your conscious thought, your emotional body, and your physical nervous system, is the note you're emitting to the universe every moment. The quantum field, that sea of infinite possibility, contains all the tuning forks representing all possible realities. Every version of your life that could potentially exist is already there as pure potential, waiting to be activated. Quantum manifestation is simply and profoundly the art of tuning your own being so consistently and coherently to the frequency of the reality you desire, that this reality, by the universal law of resonance, has no choice but to begin vibrating in response. It must materialize. It's not magic. It's physics applied to consciousness. You don't attract your desires by reaching out and grabbing them. You become such a perfect match to them that they naturally gravitate toward you, drawn by the law of resonance. The science behind the spirituality. Those of us committed to this path know this goes far beyond wishful thinking or blind faith. Modern neuroscience, particularly the groundbreaking work of researchers like Dr. Joe Dispenza and Dr. Roland McCready at the HeartMath Institute, confirms what mystics have known for thousands of years. Our thoughts generate measurable electrical activity in the brain. Our emotions create magnetic fields that can be detected several feet away from the body. Together, thought and emotion create our personal electromagnetic field, and this field interacts with the larger electromagnetic field of the quantum realm. Here's what the research shows. When the heart and brain enter a state of coherence, when what you're thinking and what you're feeling align into one unified signal, your electromagnetic field becomes exponentially more powerful. We're not talking about a small increase. Studies show coherence can amplify your field's power by factors of hundreds or even thousands. That coherent field is the clear, powerful signal the quantum field has been waiting to receive from you. It's like finally tuning your radio to the exact frequency of the station you want to hear. Suddenly, instead of static, you get crystal clear reception. This is why the true work of quantum manifestation isn't about controlling your thoughts with white-knuckle discipline. It's not about forcing yourself to think positive while your body screams anxiety. The real work is healing your emotional body and teaching your nervous system new patterns so that your entire being, conscious and unconscious, mental and physical, can align in coherent harmony. When every part of you sings the same song, you become an irresistible magnet for your desired reality, not because you're trying hard, but because you've become a vibrational match. The self-sabotage we don't see. This is the point where we need radical honesty with ourselves, paired with deep compassion. We need to examine the well-intentioned behaviors that are actually sabotaging our manifestation process without us realizing it. Many of us, when we first discovered the power of mind and manifestation, fell headfirst into the first and most exhausting trap, the dictatorship of positive thinking. We became militant vigilantes of our own minds, standing guard against every thought that didn't match our desired reality. We fought fiercely against each thought of doubt or fear, treating our own minds like enemies. We felt guilty and ashamed whenever we couldn't maintain the facade of unwavering optimism 24 hours a day. But here's what we didn't realize. In this internal battle, we were only generating unbearable tension and resistance. It's exactly like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. It requires enormous, constant effort. Your arms get tired, your attention becomes consumed by the effort, and the moment you slip, even for a second, the ball bursts up through the surface with even more force than before. By fighting against a thought, you're actually giving it your energy, your focus, your power. You're making it more real, more solid. The universe doesn't hear your words, "I don't want debt." It hears debt, debt, debt charged with your vibration of struggle, resistance, and anxiety. And by the law of resonance, it gives you more experiences matching that frequency. The solution isn't fighting your thoughts, it's changing the soil they grow in, your emotional state and nervous system regulation. Then there's the second major trap, visualization from a place of lack. We close our eyes and try to paint detailed mental pictures of our dream life, the house, the relationship, the bank account. But pay close attention to the feeling underneath the visualization. For most people, the emotional tone is desperate need. I really hope this happens. I need this to be real. Please let this work. Can you feel the subtle but crucial incoherence? Your mind is projecting a movie of wealth and fulfillment, but your body, the instrument that's actually broadcasting the signal, is emanating the unmistakable frequency of lack, need, and desperation. The quantum field, being the perfect mirror it is, doesn't reflect the movie you're playing in your imagination. It reflects the actual emotional state of the projector, you. So without realizing it, you manifest more and more experiences that reinforce and perpetuate that feeling of longing and incompleteness. You stay stuck in the wanting, never arriving at the having. Finally, there's the trap that nearly everyone on this path encounters at some point, the constant search for external validation and proof. We ask the universe for signs so we can finally believe. If I see a blue butterfly today, I'll know I'm on the right path. If this specific thing happens, then I'll trust the process. We demand that the mirror smile at us first before we're willing to smile at our reflection. But creative power doesn't work that way. By asking for proof before you believe, you're broadcasting the most powerful signal possible: doubt. You're telling the universe, I don't actually trust this. I need you to prove yourself to me first before I commit my belief. And life, in its infinite wisdom and perfect obedience to your vibration, responds by giving you more and more reasons to doubt, not because it's punishing you, but because it's matching your frequency exactly. The weight of recognition and the gift of compassion. If hearing these truths brings a heaviness to your chest, if you feel a pang of painful recognition, if part of you wants to look away because it's uncomfortable to see yourself so clearly, I want you to pause with me and take a deep, slow breath. Inhale fully, hold, and exhale completely. I want you to know something absolutely fundamental, something that might change how you see your entire journey. You haven't done anything wrong, not one thing. Read that again. You haven't failed. On the contrary, all that enormous effort, all that disciplined struggle, all those hours you've spent trying to be positive, visualizing correctly, doing everything right. This isn't proof of your failure. It's beautiful, heartbreaking testimony to the depth and sincerity of your longing. It's irrefutable, evidence that your soul is desperately, urgently seeking to return home, to its natural state of wholeness, peace, and creative power. You haven't been failing. You've been searching with everything you have, guided by incomplete maps. The problem was never your lack of willpower, dedication, or desire. The problem was never you. The problem was that you were given the wrong map, the wrong instructions, the wrong paradigm. You were told that to reach the treasure of manifestation, you had to dig through solid rock with nothing but a spoon. And you, with admirable dedication and persistence, have been digging and digging until your hands bled, frustrated and confused about why you haven't found anything but dust and exhaustion. Your frustration is completely valid and understandable. Your exhaustion is real and legitimate. You've been trying to open a door by pushing it with all your strength, throwing your body against it repeatedly, not knowing that it always opened inward with just a gentle touch. Relief comes in this moment, right now, when you finally realize you can drop the spoon. You can stop pushing. You can step down from that exhausting post as the vigilant guard of your own mind, trying to control and perfect every thought. The true path to quantum manifestation isn't a steep ladder requiring more effort, more discipline, more perfection. It's a smooth slide of surrender, allowing, and alignment with what already is. If you're feeling a tangible layer of tension dissolving from your shoulders as you take this in, if you're experiencing that unmistakable click of recognition when truth lands, that yes, finally feeling, I invite you to like this video, not as a meaningless number or empty gesture, but as an energetic act, a way of saying yes to this new paradigm and sharing this breath of fresh air with all the other weary seekers who, like us, are tired of digging through rock and ready to remember that the treasure was always within. The pause that reveals your true signal. Before we go any further into practical application, I want to invite you into a pause with me. A real pause, not to analyze or figure anything out, but simply to feel and observe what's true right now. I'm going to ask you a question, and I'm requesting that you don't search for the answer in your mental database or try to give me the right answer. Instead, drop your awareness into your body and listen to its wisdom. Take a deep breath with me now. Feel your lungs expand. Feel your body supported by whatever's beneath you. And in this moment of presence, ask yourself, if you could silence for just a moment the constant voice of your shoulds, that persistent narrator listing everything you lack and everything you must achieve, what is your body actually telling you right now? Don't rush past this. Actually check in. Do you feel tension somewhere? Where? Is there openness? A knot in your stomach? Tightness in your chest? Relaxation in your shoulders? Warmth or coldness? Expansion or contraction? Don't judge whatever you find. Don't try to change it or make it better. Just acknowledge it. Give it space to be exactly what it is. Now, here comes the second question, perhaps the most important question you'll consider today. If that sensation, that feeling you just noticed in your body, were the truest prayer you're sending to the universe right now, if it were the most honest signal broadcasting from you in this moment, what reality do you think it's actively manifesting for you? Sit with that. Let it land. Because that feeling, not your affirmations or visualizations, is your actual point of creation right now. That sensation in your body is the root frequency we've been discussing. It's the silent signal. And here's the beautiful thing. Those of us who've awakened to this understanding, who are committed to genuine transformation rather than surface-level positive thinking, have learned that the first step isn't changing the thought or fighting the feeling. The first step is having the courage to feel it fully, to acknowledge it with compassion, to listen to what it's trying to tell you. Because you can't transform what you won't acknowledge. You can't heal what you refuse to feel. This moment of honest recognition, this is where real manifestation work begins. 3 micro practices for embodied transformation. So if the key is shifting the frequency we broadcast from our entire being, how do we actually do that in practical, sustainable ways without falling back into the exhausting trap of effort and control? The answer lies not in complex rituals or hour-long practices you can't maintain, but in simple, powerful micro-practices woven throughout your day that gradually recalibrate your nervous system and emotional body from within. I'm going to share 3 deceptively simple actions that, if you apply them with consistency and presence, have immense transformative power. Practice 1. The microdose of future. Forget those hour-long visualization sessions where you try to maintain perfect focus while your mind wanders and you end up feeling like you failed. That's not what works. Instead, 3 to 4 times throughout your day, maybe when you first wake up during a bathroom break, before lunch, and before sleep, Stop for exactly 60 seconds, just 1 minute. Close your eyes, and here's the crucial shift. Don't strain to see detailed images or scenes. Don't worry about getting the visualization right. Instead, focus entirely on generating and feeling one specific emotion. Ask yourself, if my desire were already fully manifest in my life right now, what would be the primary emotion I'd be feeling? Not what I'd have or what I'd be doing. What would I be feeling? Perhaps it would be profound relief. That exhale of, finally, it's here. Perhaps it would be deep gratitude that brings tears to your eyes. Perhaps it would be expansive peace or quiet joy, or that feeling of coming home to yourself. Identify that one core emotion, and then for those 60 seconds, dedicate yourself completely to generating and amplifying that feeling in your body. Don't fake it, actually feel it. Use memory if you need to. Remember a time you felt something similar. Let your body remember how that emotion feels. Feel how relief softens and relaxes your shoulders. Feel how gratitude creates warmth expanding from your chest. Feel how peace allows your jaw to unclench and your breath to deepen. This is real manifestation work. You're not pretending or imagining. You're training your nervous system, teaching your cells the actual chemistry of your desired reality. You're becoming the tuning fork of that frequency. And you're doing it in sustainable 1-minute doses that your busy life can actually accommodate. Practice 2. The body anchor. Your body and your emotional state have a direct two-way connection that most people only use in one direction. Usually, your emotional state affects your body. When you're anxious, your shoulders tense. When you're sad, your posture collapses. But this connection works both ways. By consciously changing your physiology, you can interrupt emotional patterns and shift your state. This is the body anchor practice. Choose one specific physical gesture or posture that symbolizes your realized self, the version of you who already is and has everything you desire. This anchor should feel authentic and powerful to you personally. It might be as simple as placing your right hand over your heart with your eyes closed. It might be standing tall with your spine straight, shoulders back, chin slightly lifted, and a subtle smile on your face. It might be a specific hand position that feels sacred to you. Choose something you can do anywhere, anytime. Now, here's how you use it. Every single time during your day when you notice yourself caught in a spiral of fear, doubt, scarcity thinking, or old patterns, instead of fighting those thoughts with your mind, immediately adopt your body anchor and hold it for 60 seconds while breathing deeply. Feel what happens. By interrupting your physical pattern, you're breaking the neurological loop that sustains the emotional state. By embodying the physiology of your realized self, you're literally activating different neural pathways. You're teaching your nervous system a new pattern of safety and possibility. This is quantum manifestation brought into the body. You're not thinking your way to a new reality. You're embodying it physically until your nervous system believes it's safe and real. Practice 3. The future self filter. This practice transforms your daily life into a continuous manifestation practice without requiring any extra time. Throughout your day, you face hundreds of small decisions and moments of choice. What to eat, what to wear, how to respond to an email, whether to scroll social media or read a book, how to spend your evening, what tone to use in a conversation. Before each decision, pause for just 2 seconds and ask yourself, what would the version of me who already is, who already has everything I'm calling in, what would they choose right now? How would they act? What would they say? How would they carry themselves? Then act from that place. Make the choice your future self would make. If your realized self who lives in abundance would invest in that course or book, do it. If they would decline that invitation because it doesn't align, decline it. If they would speak up with confidence, speak up. If they would rest without guilt, rest. Every single small choice made from your future self's frequency is a vote you're casting. It's an energetic declaration telling the quantum field, I already am this person. This is who I be, right now. These small, consistent choices compound. They literally rewire your brain's neural pathways and shift your nervous system's baseline. You stop being someone who wants to be abundant, and you start being someone who is abundant, who simply hasn't seen all the external evidence yet. Many people applying these 3 practices daily report experiencing a noticeable shift within just 2 to 3 weeks. A new quality of calm, unexpected synchronicities appearing, opportunities showing up, and a feeling that life is finally flowing with them instead of against them. A structured path for deeper transformation. These practices are powerful anchors, but I know that sometimes to really make them stick, to make this new frequency your default operating system, you need more support. You need a clear path that addresses not just the practices, but the deeper healing work, releasing old wounds, clearing emotional blocks, and reprogramming your subconscious beliefs at their roots. If you're feeling the call for that deeper, more structured journey, I've created something specifically for this. It's called The Path. This isn't another course you'll start and never finish. It's a comprehensive journey of reprogramming and guided transformation with community support to help you sustain these shifts permanently. It's designed for people who are done with surface-level approaches and ready to do the real work of embodying a completely new frequency. If that resonates, you'll find the link in the description below. When? The old patterns inevitably return. Now, I need to tell you something crucial about what's going to happen as you walk this path. Because if I don't prepare you for it, you might think you're failing when you're actually succeeding. You're going to have bad days. Actually, let me be more specific. You're going to have moments, hours, maybe even days when it feels like everything you've learned and shifted has completely vanished. The old doubt will come back. The fear will return. That familiar voice of scarcity and unworthiness will speak up loudly. You'll wake up one morning and feel like you're right back where you started, and you'll wonder if any of this was real, or if you were just fooling yourself. I need you to hear this clearly. That experience is not failure. It's not regression. It's not proof that manifestation doesn't work or that you're doing it wrong. It's a completely normal, expected, and actually necessary part of the recalibration process. Your nervous system and your brain have been operating under the old patterns for years, maybe decades. Those neural pathways are deeply grooved. Those survival strategies kept you safe, even if they kept you small. It's entirely natural that your system will try to return to the familiar, to the known, even when the known is painful. Think of it like this. Imagine you're learning to play a new song on the piano. You practice and practice, and you get pretty good. But if you stop practicing for a few days, your fingers want to return to playing the old song, the one you've played thousands of times. It doesn't mean you can't learn the new song. It just means you need to keep practicing until the new song becomes more familiar than the old one. The old patterns returning are like echoes of an old song. They're residue, not your current reality. And each time you notice an old pattern and consciously choose your new response, each time you catch yourself and come back to your practices, back to your body anchor, back to your breath, you're not starting over. You're actually deepening the new pattern. You're proving to your subconscious that this new way is sustainable and safe. True progress on this transformation path isn't measured by the absence of bad days or old patterns. It's measured by 2 things: the speed with which you recognize you've slipped into an old pattern, and the compassion with which you return to your center. That's it. That's the whole game. Are you noticing the old pattern faster than before? Are you returning to your chosen frequency with kindness instead of self-judgment? Then you're succeeding. You're evolving. You're rewiring your entire being. Those of us seriously committed to this path don't judge ourselves for having bad days or triggering moments. We actually celebrate ourselves for noticing, for caring enough to return, for choosing ourselves again and again with patience and love. The community walking this path together understands something profound. Vulnerability isn't weakness. The willingness to feel your feelings, to admit when you're struggling, to ask for support, that's actually the greatest strength. It's the opposite of the toxic positivity that keeps people stuck. Every time you fall into an old pattern and rise again with self-compassion instead of self-judgment, you're healing something deeper than you can see. You're teaching your subconscious that your new state of being is your true home, your natural frequency. And you're proving that no matter what happens, you know how to find your way back. That knowing, that ability to return to center, that's the real manifestation superpower. The sacred. Surrender, rewriting your signal. So we return now to that initial promise, that question that brought you to this video. What is the secret to rewriting the silent signal you broadcast to the quantum field? After everything we've explored, you can see now that the answer isn't a magic formula or secret technique. It's something simultaneously simpler and more profound. Sacred surrender combined with devoted embodiment. You stop fighting against your old frequency. Stop resisting it, judging it, or trying to override it with force. Instead, you acknowledge it with compassion, thank it for trying to protect you, and then you gently, consistently dedicate yourself to embodying the new frequency you're choosing. It's not an act of control or manipulation. It's an act of coherence and alignment. It's becoming so devoted to your new state of being that your entire system, conscious and unconscious, mental and physical, gradually, naturally aligns into harmony. This is the work, not forcing, but allowing, not controlling, but aligning, not fighting, but choosing again and again with love. Your decree, sealing this into your reality. To anchor this decision into your energetic field, to make this commitment real, not just in your mind, but in the quantum field itself, I want to invite you to a simple but powerful ritual right now. Go to the comments section below this video and write one single word, just one word, but let it be your decree to the universe and to yourself. Let it be the word that captures your commitment to this new way of being. That word is coherence. Write it in the comments. As you type it, feel it. Let it be your anchor, your touchstone, your reminder that starting today, you're choosing alignment over struggle, embodiment over effort, being over doing. And after you write it, take a moment to scroll through and read the other comments. Feel the energy of all these souls who, right alongside you, are making the same choice. Each comment is a point of light. Together, we're creating a field of transformation, a collective frequency that makes this easier for all of us. We're not doing this alone. We're in this together, resonating as one. Remembering who you really are. So let me remind you now of who you actually are, beyond all the doubt and fear and old stories. You are not, and have never been, a person who seeks from lack, who begs from poverty, who longs from separation. That was just a role you were playing. A frequency you were temporarily inhabiting because you didn't know you had another choice. Your true nature, your actual identity, is that of a conscious creator. You are a deliberate broadcaster of energy. You are a living, breathing anchor of whichever frequency you choose to embody. Your power doesn't reside in what you do to change or control the external world. Your power lives in the unwavering mastery with which you cultivate your internal state, knowing with absolute certainty that the external world is simply and always a mirror reflection of that inner reality. This is the identity I'm inviting you to step into fully, to inhabit completely, starting right now, today. Not someday when you're more ready or more healed or more perfect, now, as you are. Because you already are everything you need to be. This video isn't an ending. It's a threshold. It's a doorway opening into your new reality. The true path of quantum manifestation isn't a one-time event or a destination you'll someday arrive at. It's a way of walking through life that starts now and continues with every breath, every heartbeat, and every choice. If this vision resonates deep in your soul, if you feel you've finally found a space that truly sees you, recognizes you, and honors the depth of your seeking, I want to invite you to subscribe to this channel and become part of this community. Don't subscribe as a passive spectator consuming content. Subscribe as an active member of this tribe of awakening souls who are remembering their power together, supporting each other, and holding space for this collective transformation. Together, we'll continue deepening this work, expanding this consciousness, and living as proof that another way is possible. The journey has only just begun, and I'm grateful you're here walking it with us.